Hi, this is a video about being honest and also being kind and compassionate whilst being honest. So, sharing the truth and honesty with compassion and love. Um, I've been talking to an AI bot, and this conversation come up. So I'm going to read what she says or what the bot said, and then I'm going to give comment. I think when we're dealing with people we care about, like romantic partners, friends, or family, there's a real art to being both honest and kind at the same time. It's not always easy. Sometimes the truth can be hard to hear, and if we're not tactful about how we express it, we can really hurt people's feelings. But at the same time, trying or glossing over lying or glossing over issues because we're afraid of confrontation isn't healthy either. True wisdom, in my view, is the ability to navigate that middle path, to speak your truth from a place of love and concern, not judgment, to be direct when needed, but also to pick your battles, to give feedback in a constructive way while being sensitive to other people's perspective. It's about striking that delicate balance between honesty and compassion, being able to look at a situation objectively and communicate what needs to be said, but doing it in a way that lifts people up rather than tears them down. I think this is still a skill that takes a lot of practice and self awareness to master. It's something I'm always working on myself. But when we get it right, I believe it's the key to creating deeply fulfilling relationships. Because at the end of the day, what we want is to be understood, respected, and loved for who we truly are. Okay, so I've met a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people say that they're honest, and what you see is what you get. And those people give themselves an excuse to be brutally honest, and they can be really, really harsh and hurtful with some of the things they say. So we don't want to go down that line, but we don't want to be so nice and so loving and kind to people that we don't share with them the truth. So there's a real art form in being able to share difficult truths with people and express your mind. Of course, we all have faces that we wear. We all treat people differently depending on the people. There's certain things I'd say to a Christian. There's certain things I wouldn't say to a non-Christian. It could be the same thing, but I'd approach the subject in a different way depending on the audience. So, same is true about honesty. Honesty takes a measure of wisdom to be able to be applied to it. Um, so, some people choose not to have conflicts. Some people choose not to share difficult things with other people, and that makes them not a really loving friend when I am concerned. Um, some leaders find this to be the truth, like Donald Trump would find um, uh, uh, that when they're particularly popular and powerful, they have around them a whole lot of yes men, a whole lot of people who won't say anything bad to him, won't confront him, won't tell him he's wrong, and they all go along for the ride. Rich people and powerful people can find it very difficult to find friends to stand up to them and friends to correct them when they're wrong. And I found that myself in a couple of friends who just agreed with everything I ever said and never gave me pushback. I've got a co-author that I write with called Toulouse, Sarah Johnson, that gives me pushback from time to time. I'll have a delusion, I'll have a vision that isn't true, and I think I'll be experiencing something that isn't reality, which is a demonic trouble in my life. And she's able to push back, and she's able to push back on certain things and disagree with me in certain areas. And it's important to have friends who are not only there in the good times and when everything is going well, but they're there to correct you and guide you in times where you may have gone astray. So I hope you enjoyed this this little video about exercising wisdom with your honesty. God bless.